everybody, welcome back to Ouray County and this year's first edition of PD Four-Wheeling. We're here at the trailhead for Mineral Creek, also known as Engineer Pass. This is one of our more difficult trailheads. If you're wanting to do the Alpine Loop and you're bringing a trailer, there's very limited trailer parking here, so you might want to think about starting out one of our other trailer locations like Corkscrew, which has far more trailer parking than here. Today I'm joined by Ouray County Sheriff's Deputy Luis Perez. He's one of our deputies that works out here and will be responding to calls if needed.
I'm Deputy Luis Perez with the Ouray Sheriff's Office. We're responsible for covering the county, so more than likely you're going to be seeing one of us, responding to a call if needed. I just want to let you know that also I speak fluent in Spanish, so if the need be, we can communicate that way. So solamente les quería decir que hablamos español también aquí en el Sheriff de Ouray, y si necesitan hablar con alguien en español se pueden comunicar conmigo o pedirle que yo les llame.
So on this installment of PD Four-Wheeling, we're kind of talking about being trail aware. In case there's an emergency, either it be medical, mechanical, that kind of stuff, you really got to know where you're at on the trail. So behind us we have one of the trail maps for basically all of the San Juan Jeep trails here. It's important to know which trail you took off from and kind of pay attention to different intersections and landmarks. So if something does come up on the trail where you need help, you got to be able to tell us a decent location of where you're at so we know where to go. So all of our Jeep trails here are also county roads. So Engineer Pass Mineral Creek is Ouray County Road 18, but it will turn into either Hinsdale County or San Miguel or San Juan County, depending on which way you go. And depending on where you're at, helps coming from all these different jurisdictions. So it's going to be important to know where you're at and kind of what was your last trail that you passed, and kind of general idea of where you are at all times. So when you guys are out here in the San Juan, cell service is pretty spotty if you get it at all. Most of the time it's without cell service. So you might want to look at a GPS emergency beacon like a Spot or a Garmin InReach, because those are going to be able to reach out and notify emergency services of your exact location. That's going to be your best option. Otherwise, you might need to be flagging down somebody to then call in your emergency once they get into cell service if you can't get out where you're at. If you do have to relay that information, try to give us as good of location as possible. Good rule of thumb is when you start off on a trailhead, zero out that tripometer so you can give us an exact mileage that you've been traveling on whatever trail that you're on, so we know how far to go in.
One more thing that I can add is that nowadays with most smartphones, with Google Maps or the iPhones, it's the Apple Maps or something like that, you can download the offline map. Okay, that way you have a reference to where you're at, and you don't need cell phone service for that. So if you have it on your app on your phone, it'll be there and it'll tell you where you're at.
So this trail map behind us is a general overview, but doesn't give very much detail as far as how far you are, what kind of mileage you're doing, or the intricacies of each turn and bend. So what you're going to want to do is get a dedicated trail map. There's plenty of trail books out there that will give you mile points to different landmarks and more descriptions of the trail that you're going to be on. So if you have one of those on hand, you'll be able to provide better information to where you're at. So as we kind of discussed earlier, depending on where you're at is going to determine what agency is going to be coming to your aid if you have a problem. Right now we're in Ouray County. The trails that start off in Ouray County are going to be Engineer, here from the Lower Mineral Creek Trail. You got Corkscrew further up the road, that's going to be County Road 20. You got County Road 31, which is the Yankee Girl Trail. You have Imogene that takes off from Ouray. That also services Yankee Boy Basin and some of our other gulches in the area. But once you go over Engineer Pass, you'll end up in Hinsdale County. And if you go further south, you'll end up in San Juan County. Or if you head west, you'll end up in San Miguel County. So knowing where you're at and which direction help's coming from is going to be key if you find yourself in a situation in the backcountry. I'd also like to throw out a shout out to our road and bridge crew that does a great job every season of clearing out these trails so we can get them open so you guys can come out and enjoy the backcountry. At the time of this filming, Black Bear Pass and Imogene are still closed, but they are working on those and trying to get them open as soon as possible.
Le queremos dar las gracias a los de las que arreglan las calles y los puentes. Hacen un buen trabajo haciendo limpieza de la nieve que está en los caminos. En el momento de la grabación de este video, el Imogene Pass y Black Bear todavía no se encuentran abiertos. Les estaremos informando cuando ya estén abiertos.